What's up, guys? It's me again. The me you don't know, but that shouldn't matter for you to enjoy a good story. So let's get on with the show now, shall we? But first, I must apologize for not recording in a week. Has it really only been a week? It feels like more than that. But, yeah. Anyways, it's been a while since I recorded, and I guess some of you have been waiting or not. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of. Anyways, let's just get on with the show. Or story, whatever. So I realized that I haven't finished the whole tournament thing. I thought I was done with that. And I kind of didn't want to continue after that. So, yeah, in my mind, I thought I was done with this whole thing. But I do plan on continuing it. It's just like a lot going on right now. And I've got a new what if I want to do. And I might just put this one on the back burner. And I also want to bring back the kidnapped one because I haven't really got anywhere on that one, and I just stopped doing it. So yeah, well, enough of me rambling. Go on, let's get on with it now, shall we? So last we left off, I believe I explained how the last bit of the tournament's gonna be. It's gonna be like bases, kind of like a capture the flag, like 2v2v2v2v2. Yeah, 5 teams of two, and they've got bases that they need to protect, and they've got their opponents that they need to destroy pretty much. Yeah, so basically capture the flag. Yeah, protect your own flag and while you steal the others. And I guess once the other team's flag gets stolen and you like ret- take it somewhere or take it to your own base, I guess that team would be out. And so that's pretty much it. But there are some strategies that could go into it, like you could take your flag wherever you go, like while you attack someone else's base, you could take your flag with you so you won't have to worry about defending it or leaving it somewhere that's not defended. But there's some risk to that because if you do get defeated and the other team manages to get your flag or whatever, then that's like a instant out because they're already at their base. So, so just a bit of rambling going on for me. And in the last part, I made a joke about adding Naruto to this, and I figured that I'd go ahead and do that. But I'm going to debuff him quite a bit. But he's still gonna be insane, overpowered, kinda. Well, in my mind, pretty overpowered just with the shadow clones, which is what I'm going to give him. I'm going to put a limit on it though, and say he can only do 3 shadow clones. Basically, this not Naruto. This is just some person that has a cloning quirk, and their limit at the moment is just 3 clones, including themselves. And the way this is OP in a sense is that like he could transfer himself into any clone that he has. So like say you manage to attack his actual body, he'd be able to just transfer himself into one of his clones that is still alive, you know? So basically, um, oh, and yeah, once one of his clones get defeated, he can just pop up another one like it's no big deal. But it's just that the limit of how many clones he can control at once is just three at the moment. He could summon more, but they would go berserk and wouldn't really like be under his control. They pretty much have their own mind, and yeah, I think that's enough explanation. Oh, and yeah, I'm gonna put Ida on a team with this guy. Just gonna call him Naruto for simplicity's sake. So yeah, and let's not forget Shark and his partner. Who what would I say her name was? I forgot. I think it was Wanda or something like that. I don't remember. Anyways, of course there's some others, other teams out there. Too much explaining to do about quirks and stuff that aren't really important. He won't see these people again, so um, yeah, really. So I guess to start this off officially would be everyone in their bases in this miniature city, kind of like the ones that were in the entrance exam. About that big of a city with these five bases and five spots of the city. You know, all all around the outer edge of the city. So yeah. So you could imagine how long something like this would be because they're in a city and oh no, they've got quite a lot of space to cover between each base, so it'll take a while. Is there are encounters that can happen like while they're trying to travel to other person's base or stuff. So people with speed quirks, or you would think that they would have the advantage here because they could travel such a distance in such a short time. But then, yeah, they're not all that powerful, when it comes to fighting. Like Ida, I don't know if you know this, but can he even fight? Like all we see from Ida is that he just speeds up to someone and gives them a kick, you know. But I guess you gotta be kind of flexible to do a kick like that. But we haven't really seen Ida fight like hand to hand, you know. How's he like in that aspect? Like if he was unable to use his quirk for some reason, how would he get out of a situation like that? Because someone who's just focused on speed. I'm rambling on for no reason. This is obviously a weaker Ida because he's younger than in canon, but still, just 1 year. He hasn't learned that technique yet to make himself faster. So yeah, yeah, he- yeah. So, anyways, um, I don't know how to even continue this. Let's see. So Izumi and who was her part? Bakugo. Jesus. Okay, so they're in their base, right? They're coming up with a plan, and well, Izumi's trying to come up with a plan, but Bakugo's all like, "You stay here and defend the bomb while I go and murder everyone." And he just like burst out and pretty much just starts flying over the city and trying to see who his first target will be. So he gets to this one base is one of the random teams that aren't important. And when he gets there, he just sees a lot of water come out the building and some screaming happening as um, Bakugo just walked up to the not walked up. He landed on a building, like a few buildings over from this person's base, and just watched and wondered where all the water is coming from and why is it flooded and everything. And he's trying to question how he's going to deal with the water to deal with this person's base, not really realizing that this was Shark. Shark managed to get to this base before Bakugo, and he pretty much wiped them out. Like, literally just flooded the base and pretty much drowned them as they really couldn't do anything. And what's left to say? They are unconscious, and Shark stole their flag or whatever thing they needed to protect, and that was the end of it. As Bakugo sees this guy walk out of the building completely fine with the building still completely flooded, as Bakugo then wonders like, how's the water staying in there when there's all these windows and this doors wide open yet no water's coming out, and this guy just walks out the water as is completely fine, and then he sees him just disappear. His Bakugo's like, huh? What just happened? Uh, he thinks he's better than me. I'll show him. His Bakugo. So, anyways, where do I go to now? As let's look at Ida and his partner Naruto for who knows what reason. So when the thing started, um, Ida's partner decided to send out his clones to scout the city and like set up a perimeter basically as the main person. He went out there with him, but he left a clone with Ida just so like if he does get hurt, he could just pop back into the base and spawn some some more clones. If anything were to happen, he has a way to get back really quickly if the base needed defending. So anyways, this guy sends out two clones in one direction and himself in another, while leaving one behind. And so, not 2 minutes after he did this, um, he himself and his two clones were like taken out pretty quickly. As he pops back into his um, clone that was with Ida, as dude is just like screaming in pain and is like patting himself down as he's like, God, that was hot. God dang, who is that? Yes, he's like cursing up a storm while still like patting himself down because like he may be able to just respond infinitely, but he still feels the pain. And just imagine how many times this dude had experienced death. So yeah, basically he just died from fire, and it must have been a really hot fire to have him be that way, and he must have died pretty quickly because it hasn't been more than 2 minutes since he had left, and he like popped back at his first encounter as this person that what's his name, Naruto had encountered was Shark's partner. What did I name her? Wanda. I think I named her Wanda. I don't remember, but I'm gonna call her Wanda for now. I might change that later. So, uh, one second. Yeah, yeah. Here's Shark, and here we have Wanda, or whatever her name is. And she is a vampire with a fire quirk and all the vampiric strength and powers that come with being a vampire. So, what else is there to say about her? Except, her flames are comparable to Endeavor's. You know, pretty hot flames. As I'm pretty sure if she added her vampiric strength to it, it could be a lot hotter than what she's using it as. She's just using her base quirk, so she doesn't, you know, kill anyone. But I don't think she held back against the clone guy, because she figured that those were just clones, and so she got rid of them, not realizing that the real one was among them. But you know, it don't really matter much. So, anyways, she ended up going to what's his name? Ida's base. You know, as I must say that she's not really one of the vampires that focus on speed, but she is just about as fast as Ida is, if not faster. And I must say Izumi can keep up with her speed as well. So like they're about equal in speed, but Wanda beats her in strength. But Izumi beats her with agility. So say they're about balanced, pretty much. But her boosting quirk wouldn't really, you know, affect fire in any way, unless the mist she used to boost others quirk could probably like I don't know. It's not like a water mist, so can't really consume the flames at all. I feel like that sort of mist would help the flames like expand. So like, because it's more like a enough of that. Let's get on with it. So, anyways, long story short, Shark and Wanda attack two separate bases at the same time and take them both down. Ida attempted to put up a fight, but since he wasn't really faster than her at this point in time, he couldn't really do much. And I say this what sparked Ida to become faster after he lost in speed. So excuse me. And um, Naruto spamming clones and whatever kept getting taken out instantly because he didn't really have much to put down. It's just like whenever a clone gets beat, he could instantly pop up a new one. But that's I'm gonna actually say he used his like um, what would it be called? His last ditch effort, and popped up as many clones as he can. You know, some willing to fight, some aren't, and some running away in every which direction, and just clones everywhere basically. And I'm gonna say out of like 100 clones he popped up, only about 15 of them are trying to attack her. So yeah, he did like pointless anyways. So either way, Wanda just like obliterated them, all of them. Set them all ablaze. It's just like their whole base pretty much on fire. It's like no holding back at all. But yeah, so they're out, and there's just what 3 teams left. As Shark and Wanda just took 2 of them out. Bakugo went to one of them that Shark was at, that Shark was attacking, and yeah, and I say Shark took out that base in less than a minute. So, oh, and yeah, I say like he kept popping back into his base, like just back and forth, hopping between puddle to puddle, just making sure they're not under attack. Like every other second, he's like at the base, making sure no one's trying to, you know, do a sneak attack. And I say when he walked out that door, he knew that Bakugo was there, so he was just being cool, walking out the entrance, showing off a little bit, smile for the camera, give the crowd something to look at, as they can't really see through water damaged cameras because they they didn't think to have waterproof cameras, you know, inside the buildings, just yeah. So, anyways, um, I might actually say that during the the base rating, Izumi was actually attacked by the other random team. Like they came and attacked together. Let's say that one of them had a hmm. Let's see. What should I give them? One of them had a shape shifting quirk, and the other had a just a minor strength quirk. Nah, that'd be too weak. No way they'd make it. Um, let's see. Actually, I don't know. Hmm. Well, like it's not too important anyway. Um, gee, no, I gotta give Izumi someone to fight. I gotta give her a bit of a challenge. With shape shifting, they could turn into anything and just like, and bam, basically a beast boy. But no, I'm gonna say that shape shifting person is a woman. Well, not a woman, a girl, because they're still in like middle school, so not woman yet. You know, uh, junior high. On their way to high school. You know, but not too important, I guess. So Izumi, what does she do? She like uses her mist, but as like a smoke screen, so it doesn't. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure I gave her the ability to boost quirks and deboost them, like debuff them. I mean, and so like pretty sure she used it as a smokescreen and to debuff them. So like the shape shifting person, they couldn't like. No, I'm gonna say they were unable to shapeshift once they were surrounded by the mist. So like they couldn't change into anything else. But in the form they were currently in, they were like decently strong. So I'm gonna say they like transformed into someone like muscular, like someone with a strength quirk. Is and yeah. So so yeah. Anyway, since they couldn't really see in that mist that Izumi made, Izumi was able to take them out pretty easily because she is adept in hand-to-hand combat, and she got the strength of a wolf, man. Like she took them out easily, man. So like nothing to worry about. Though their base does still stand, they'll just be unconscious for a little bit. But anyways, they won't be in it for long because um, Shark and Wanda took out their base next, I suppose. And like, really, these two are making this go pretty quick. It's like it's supposed to last a couple of days, but they are taking everyone out in like the first hour. Not even that. First 10 minutes. Like as soon as it started, they were out the base and attacking. Like no one had a chance to strategize or like defend the base or like set up traps or anything. No, no. But they were just ready to end this. This is it's just gone way too quickly. So last base is Izumi and Bakugo versus Shark and Wanda. Do I even need to explain this? Like, I thought so hard on how Izumi and Bakugo could win against these two, but it's just impossible. They not winning. So do I need to explain that? I say they put up a fight. I say like Wanda played around with Izumi, you know, you know, making Izumi sweat a bit, but Wanda was just like holding back the whole time, like during their fight. Is it was actually Izumi on the offensive, while Wanda was on defense. As really all she was doing was just dodging until Izumi got tired out, and then she striked, you know, and so Izumi failed to hit her opponent a single time, even though like she's pretty quick and agile. They were about matched in speed, but Izumi just couldn't hit her opponent. You know, if she was just a tad bit faster, you know, if she was as fast as Izuku, then maybe she could have, stood a chance. But during that whole fight, she has been trying to like debuff these two, but it didn't really do much. Especially to Shark, because he could just like pretty much just blow her mist away. Not blow it away, like consume it with his water. Cause he just throws some water at it, and it's gone. Like, so like he wasn't affected by it, but Bakugo, he was boosted, but it doesn't really do much if you can't hit your target. So, and Shark pretty quick with his teleporting ability, just hopping from puddle to puddle. As and even with Bakugo's insane reflexes, he couldn't hit Shark. So I say that does them some sort of justice, but they don't compare to these two, Shark and Wanda, They just so happen to be paired up, and they're insanely overpowered. As these two didn't really care much about the hero society, they were just looking for a little bit of fun, so they decided to join in this little tournament. They weren't even planning on going to UA, but we'll see them there. And with that marks the end of this episode or part or whatever you want to call it. Actually, not. There's one thing I have to explain next because what wasn't explained was the winner, the winning team of the tournament. Yeah, they were supposed to go 1-on-1 to see who would be in Class 1A and who would be in Class 1B. But the thing is, these two did not want to fight each other. They did not want to fight each other. They saw that there was no way they would win if they went 1-on-1. And like during their whole conversation about like how it's impossible for the other to beat the other, they brought up the fact that if they had Izumi on their side to like boost their quirk and debuff the other person, then maybe they could win. As yeah, Izumi and Bakugo and all of them, they were there watching the fight that was supposed to happen. Like they went back to a normal tournament, okay? Like a normal tournament arena, as Izumi and them were in the stands watching, and when they said go, both of them yielded, and they started having a conversation about that, and Izumi was kind of like like embarrassed, kind of, you know. She had a little blush when they had said that, like if they had the wolf girl, that's what they called her, because they didn't know her name. If they had the wolf girl to boost their quirk and debuff the other, then maybe they could beat each other pretty much. So they pretty much found themselves as rivals, and with the whole debacle, um, Nezu granted them both to just to to leave the score unsettled pretty much and let them both be in 1A. And so now I can say I'm done with this. Right? I don't know. I might just do another part and describe the entrance exam because of course Izumi's gonna take it. She's not gonna give up on UA just because she lost some tournament. And oh, and also, a lot of people that were like in the top, like like the ones that made it to the 2v2 section, a lot of them were scouted out by different agencies basically, and saying that they ain't really have to go to any hero school or anything, and that they could just be like become sidekicks like right then and there. And so like a lot of them accepted, being sidekicks to some hero and some hero's agency. And so I know I mentioned a lot of powerful quirks that could have possibly gone to UA despite losing this tournament, but they decided to become sidekicks instead of, full fledged heroes. So they opted out of going to UA and went to being sidekicks. So this way, I won't have to just replace all the UA students and, come up with my own roster. You know, could you imagine though? I feel like that might happen one day if I keep adding new characters in like every what if. Then I might just start replacing students with a few of these characters until all of them are replaced. Even Deku. I replace him in like every what if. Like Deku like never goes to UA in my what ifs. Just saying. Like, okay, I'm rambling on a bit. Let me. Um, so, yeah, like if you like, subscribe if you want, and comment down below if you enjoyed or not. Oh, and I'm also going to need a name for Wanda. I'm not liking Wanda anymore. I'm going to change it, and I need a decent name, a more memorable name, and Shark. That's just supposed to be a nickname. I guess I need a name for him too. Though I might just stick to calling him Shark. Never mind about that. I'm just gonna keep calling him Shark. And yeah. So bye.